Good morning, viewer. Dr. Najib Rumi. Uh, Today, 1st of June 2023, and uh, uh, good morning again, Dr. Najib Rumi. Today, 1st of June 2023, and a very burning issue which I'm going to discuss today is global pandemic. You can say it's anger, uh, because we are all having a human uh, being, and we have various kinds of emotions. This is one of the emotions, and the only the things which differentiate human from an animal is the animals, they are uncontrollable. Animals cannot control their anger when they are in that state of you know anger, a state of angry mind. They can't control. Only human, and because human beings are far better than other species, so human can control their anger. But how? This is a big question mark. Saying is a very simple and very easy way that you can control your anger. But in fact, practically, when you are not able to control your anger, then that's big challenge for yourself. So today I'm going to discuss something: what is anger and how to manage and how to control your anger in a proper and positive way. So anger, as I have mentioned, is a emotion uh, when something situation or something happened which is not acceptable for another person's, and obviously there is some reasons behind that anger. So then our mind, it's a trigger. It's something. It's a red light, and then our uh, mind give alarm to our body system. The heartbeat increase, our blood pressure raises, and our voice become more you know thick. And then whatever the situation is, we just it when it is uncontrollable, then it goes beyond our you know uh, beyond our control. Obviously, when we are angry, we don't know what, because there is autonomic nervous system, there is fight and flight chemicals, adrenaline secretes, and then we are unable to control our anger. So the best thing is, I always say, I have mentioned in my description that um, we need to take control of our anger control in our hands, not in our mind. When control remote control of your anger is here, then obviously, like animals I have mentioned, so we can't control. our anger. When your anger remote control is in your hand, that is your discretionary power. Okay, I can't. So there are three, you know, reaction when you are angry, when somebody upset you, when some situation is, against you, or some disturbing things happen with you. So obviously, our emotions is we got upset and angry. So in response of that anger, what we need to do is uh, we have three: aggression in return, when in retaliate, we just confrontational. Your behavior is aggressive in response to that. That is your aggression. So then it's not your control. You respond and you react in a negative way. Another is your passive behavior. You just kept quiet and you're not responding to that. That is not the appropriate way. But the right thing is assertiveness. You have to measure the intensity of a situation. Is it controllable? Is it something very serious? So then you have to use uh, the remote control of your anger here. Assertiveness is you have to deal with the negotiate with the situations that okay, I can manage it. If some you're confrontational, if somebody is doing inappropriate thing or doing something wrong with you, then you have to accept that situation, and there and then you have go with positive dialogues. If it is not, then you have to talk. You have to uh, be in a controlled manner. Don't be confrontational. Don't be upset and aggressive about that, because as I have mentioned many times, the right person who can heal and harm you is you yourself. That you can control your anger in that way, because when remote control is in your hands, then you are a better position. When your remote control is here, then you are far better position. Then before you go to that stage, that outrage, anger that is very disturbing for you, then it's really very uh, it's not manageable for you. So just relax. You have to, whatsoever the situation is, the whole day you have to, because this is something you are going to repair yourself, your mind here. So you have to do keep on, because keep on practicing in some scenario, in some situation where you got upset. You have to rewrite, rethink, and then rephrase it. What are the things which are going to disturb you, then how you react in a negative way or positive way, because the only helper and healer is yourself. You can help yourself, you can heal or harm yourself. So the best way is you have to do some practical things daily, 4 5 times a day. How to control anger, sit down, create that scenario situations which are upsetting and disturbing for you, then talk to yourself in, instead of, or in front of mirror. You can stand in front of mirror and talk to someone. Some, if somebody is in front of you, and say the dialogues of that which are disturbing for you, then that way you can build up your positive immune system of your mind. So you have to, because you can change your narrative, because anger, the real meaning of anger is self-punishment out of the faults of others. Not it's not your fault. Your fault is when you retaliate, when you reply in a negative way, when you react in an aggressive way, then it means you are going to punish yourself because two two perpetrators, two situation, the situation or the person in front of you which is going to disturb, and then number two, you yourself, instead of going to ease your problems, going to manage your problems, then the two things are in operations here. You yourself are with high blood pressure, you yourself are with aggressive mood, you yourself are very upset, and the other situation are the person who are the problematic and problem creator. Then you need to think in this way, because a processing machine is here. Why? What are the things which are going to disturb you? The real things are imaginary things, are the situations, political scenario, political situations. So, because the strong personality is yourself, the weak personality again is yourself. Because strength is not something that you are bodybuilder and you have good physique, although it's very good, but the reality is the strength and the physique of your hair, how much controlling power you have over your emotions, over your positive and negative emotions. So, the best learning is from your bitter experiences of life, where the situation is not under your control, and you at that time you control that situation in a positive. This is the strength. This is your uh, willpower. So, because the best option is you have to talk to yourself, not to anyone else. Give benefit of doubts to yourself. Be straightforward with assertiveness, not passiveness, not aggressiveness in your behavior. So then, in this way, you can control your physical symptom, you can control your emotional symptoms. Then, when you are in a better positions here, then you can find out the solutions. What are the solutions? Why things are disturbing for you? Why? What were the consequences? And how you can manage. So make a list of things which are disturbing for you. Then in this way you can come out of the vicious cycle of even fear, phobia, obsessions, repeatedly obsessed you are about the thing. Because compulsion, compulsory you are here, some things disturbing are coming into your mind. And one thing which is very important, when you say that, oh, I can't control, it means your negative defense mechanism is in operation, is working more aggressively. When you say, you're- because positive mind and negative mind simultaneously, it's like a seesaw, like we have to make it balance. So when your positive mind is in Operation is managing your emotions. How? You are in a peaceful state of mind. You have ability and capacity to control your anger, to manage your anger. Then in this way, you can you can be helper of yourself to in order to boost up your uh, positive defense mechanism. Otherwise, negative defense mechanism, oh, it's our family traits, it's because why should I do this because I'm not a weak person. No, weak person is not that who retaliate, who react to that anger situations in a bad manners, badly way. But the wise and strong persons are those uh, who are in lead and control of their emotions, negative emotions. So, so you have to, because when you are in a positive way, strength in a you can say in, in a positive state of mind, then you can find out the various positive solution of your problem. Otherwise, other way around, when you are negative, and then you can lose mm, lots of things, because the people, they them care about your emotions whatsoever the situation is. If it is injustice system, if it is deprivations, if it is, you can name it, because when you are upset due to some certain reasons, although there are reasoning behind your anger, but when uh, you use your mind, although it's very difficult, but it's very easy. You have to do practice. When you are practicing something, it means you can hold the situation, you can get on the situations, because religious practices, mindfulness practices is all about forget and forgiveness. It doesn't mean that you are going to, if somebody did bad to you, there are various ways there, and then don't do something in an aggressive, like nowadays driving rages, anger during driving. It's very, because it's a boiling up here, our emotions all the time. Multiple reasons, directly or indirectly, we are suffering. So directly, indirectly, we are, because we are 24/7. Our mobile is on, and we are being updated by uh, various situations worldwide, like you can say war and terror, inflations. I call the inflation is painful inflammation. Inflammation is soiling of any part of your body. So inflation, so the price rates of things are getting bigger and higher. So it's painful situations, and your income is low, and your you know uh, cost of living is getting worse. Although these are the basic human rights which need to be provided free of charges for all of the humans, because five levels of um, human rights which we perceive, it's spiritual primate and divine primate, it's hierarchy, Maslow primate. It's like triangle. So in this triangle, all five levels of this triangle needs to be fulfilled, needs to be satisfied with gratitude attitude. That it's not only you are satisfied, but your mind is satisfied, satisfaction with gratifications, gratitude, attitude. When you are satisfied in all of these levels, the basic physiological level, basic, food, shelter, clean air, pure water. These are the basic human rights. And the second level, because this is ground, the first level is your physiological need, your food, water, shelter. This is the basic things, and this is basic to human rights. We, all of the people, we are human beings, and this is the sole responsibility of the head of the state who is ruling your country or whatsoever the system of your country is. And the second level is of that pyramid is, what is that second level? Is your safety and security. Of course, safety of your family, safety of yourself, safety of your belongings, safety of your loved one, and security of your job. Because the responsibility of the state is to provide you sufficient, amount of salaries in terms of your job, so that you should be in a better positions to afford your daily life, expenditures and whatsoever requirement of human being is. And third level of that pyramid, spiritual pyramid, is third level is a love and belonging. Love and belonging is one of you know the basic human rights. And what is love and belonging is, because we are human being, our basic needs, safe sex is again the responsibility. If you are unable to afford and you are mature, 18 plus of age, that is the basic instinct and the basic need for human being. And this basic needs must need to be fulfilled by the state. How come when you are jobless, when you are studying, you don't have a source of income to afford your love and belonging and safe sex? Then again, the legislation must be changed, because you need to provide all of these, basic needs. So the third level is love and belonging, including your safe sex. And then fourth level is self-respect and self-esteem. What is self-respect and self-esteem? Self-respect is when your three levels are satisfied up to the level of gratification, then you would be in a better position to self-love, self-respect. You can manage your anger. You don't have frustrations. You are not going to retaliate. You're not. Your reactive mind is not in action. Your active mind actively working, proactive, and you can think all about. Then fourth level is your self-respect and self-esteem. First three level must need to be satisfied up to the level of gratification, and then self-actualization at the top of that pyramid. What is self-actualization? Self-actualization is when some person is being satisfied with all of three, four levels, then he or she is in a better positions to maximize their potentialities, their values of human beings, what they are, what they can do. Because every person's 8 billion uh, people on the globe, they have valid and valued places, including their basic human rights. So then at the top, they can manage their each and everything, whatsoever their values are, whatsoever their potentialities are. They can, what are the potentialities? Potentialities are, then you can use your IQ, EQ, your intellectual, uh, you know, abilities, to maximize, you can increase those potentialities. When you don't have any fear of, hunger, frustrations, homelessness, you know, no respect, relationship problems, then obviously you won't be in a better positions to be self-actualized. To self-actualize, then you can do whatsoever your religious practice is. You can promote human being values. You will be, out of the vicious circle of negativity, vicious circle of injustice, deprivations. So then that is the best thing. But the right persons, when you have all of these problems, but you have to, because as I have mentioned already, the problems are there. And instead of being facilitator of yourself, facilitators, you need to facilitate yourself, because the situation is getting worse. You're not helping yourself. You yourself is becoming self harbor. So how come, who will come to help you out? No one. Because the only person that can heal and harm you, as I have mentioned, is yourself. So anger management is very important. Keep one thing in your mind: you can manage if you commit with your self-determination. If you're self-determined, no drugs, no medicines, nothing, because everything is here. If you are facilitator of yourself, if you are going to help yourself, try to be your own doctor. Try to be your own mentor. Try to lead yourself in a constructive way. So just teach yourself, because when we are in hurry, so we are sleeping and our brain is working like a boiling machine, like a boiler. That's why when we get up early in the morning, we have lots of, stresses, lots of negative energy. So we just retaliate, react each and every response. So we are getting away from our comfort zone. What is that comfort zone? When you are in a better positions to self-respect and self-love, all this very difficult. But again, the problems are there, and you are, instead of being your facilitator, you are trying, because when you are angry, upset, it means you are also the part of that problems who are problematic. You need to be facilitator. You have to facilitate, at least in your emotions. You can control your emotions through mindfulness, through positivity. You sit down, talk to someone, because as I have mentioned, so you can talk, you can just send me message. I have given my number to sharing and caring. Then in this way we can find out the various avenues of the possibilities of how to get rid of these things. Listen, nobody, this is pandemic, this is disease, mental health problems, aggression, outrage aggressions, out of control aggressions in any means. So people will run away from you. People will say, "Oh no, he's angry person. He's nasty. He doesn't listen to." Because there are two things. One is reactionary anger, and another is chemical anger, chemical depression. Like, because if someone, they may have, God forbidden, severe mental health issues like bipolar disorder, like schizophrenia, like any kind of severe mental chemical reactions, a problem, then the best way is, because through talking, it might be helpful for those who are mentally unhealthy, unwell. But the best uh, way is they must need to contact their registered medical doctors, psychiatrists, counselors, and they are the right persons for them because they could go for medications because they are the right persons. Through talking therapy, CBT, that as my specialty, cognitive behavioral therapy is, it's clinically proven that talking therapy is listening, because I always mention that the best medicine for human is love, caring, care, and never ever quit or stop a medication if it doesn't work. But you need to increase the dose with intensive care, because first of all you have to take care of yourself. You have to give yourself these medicines of compassion, care, and love. If you are unable to provide yourself care, kindness, love, whatsoever the situation is, I'm not talking about you are not well off, you have been deprived, you are living, you're homeless, then you need more care, self care. Because when you ignore yourself, it means you we are inside is like a child. When child is lost, and then you know how much critical situation is. He or she is crying outside, and no one is there to help the child out of that situation. Similarly, when we are being, bullied, we are being deprived, we are being, uh, we are being suffered with anything, you can name it. Then, worst case scenario, we have to help ourselves through self compassion, self love. We need to get ready in order to combat that situation, in order to face that situation with active mind, not with reactive mind. No one will come to you when you're crying, when you're angry, when you are with, you know, negative emotions. What is positive emotion? Positive emotion is you have anger, but you're not going to suppress it, or no, not at all. Explain. If somebody is you know, unable to understand what's going on, then you have to relax. What you can do is just don't put more pressure, because when you think that you are right and the other person, the situation is not right in favor of you, then you have to think twice, thrice, sit down, do mindful meditation there, and then don't retaliate, don't react with reactive mind. Yes, react with your active mind, with positive mind, because mind is like a garden and our thoughts are like seeds. We can grow flowers or we can grow weeds. With positive minds, we can grow flowers, and with active minds, we can grow weeds. So, anger management is in our daily life, 24/7. We get up early in the morning, lots of challenges are there. We have to accept those challenges, but with active mind. What is active mind? Action, as I have mentioned, take action, because it's addictive behavior, because autonomic nervous system, central, because we have brain and central nervous system being controlled of by our nerves and minds coming from here. Then sympathetic nervous system, because it's medical terms, in order to understand, is very simple. Sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system is like fight and flight, automatic. You can say pilot. We're getting early in the morning, going for work. We are stressed, under stress, and lots of you know stressors are of course, stressors are there. Then obviously there are reasoning behind your anger. It means there is reasons. So, but you have to find out the proper solution. Is keep quiet, think, and then act. Action, positive action. That's positive action because aggression is addictive behavior. Though in my emotions we act and react negatively. If there is some noisy place, then we just make face and got upset and annoyed with the situation. If more light is there, if people are talking, people are walking, because here reaction. We don't know what's going on because the trigger is not in our conscious mind. We are seeing pre-conscious mind. Then everything is in our unconscious mind, which is not in our knowledge, like our biological need, anger. Because when your unconscious mind take control of your ritual mind, what your ritual mind is your conscious mind, then you will become like an enemy, uncontrollable things. You could go to killing on someone, you could harm yourself, others, because that things are coming from your unconscious mind. Biological needs is like animal instinct, anger, selfishness, greed, extremism is coming from unconscious mind, which is hidden part of our thought process, mind process. Preconscious is ego and superego. That's why let ego go. Because we will, oh, you are saying this to me? How dare you? Ha! This is your aggressive behavior, response to some situation. Ego, negative ego, harm something. We are just here for a couple of years. We don't know. Today we are living, might be after few seconds or minutes or years, we will know more here. Everything is directly associated with our soul. That's why we are living organisms. And when the soul get out of our body, we will become dead body. We will be disposed of in a various, religious. If we are religious or whatsoever, our wish is to be burned, to be bright. So think about it. Self-talking. Talk to yourself. Be your friend through self-empathy, self-compassion, self-love, self-kindness. Rewrite it because whether you are your friend or you are your enemy, you are your guide or you are going to misguide you. So try to be whatsoever situation is, whatsoever the people around you, whatsoever. Try to come to the comfort zone. Comfort zone is here with peace of mind, without any possession, without anything. Although it's very difficult, we are human being. We need shelter. We need food. We need, you know, basic needs of human being: clothes, water, air. But when the situation worst case scenario, the bad situation is there, even try to get ready for that situation because fear and phobias are here, as I have mentioned in the beginning of my lecture, that Socrates, who was a great philosopher, I use the name of Socrates as so great What he said? He said that the people are not disturbed by the things, but the view they take of them. What would happen if something bad happened to us? And there is a fear and phobia here. But when your reactive mind is there, when your active mind is in operation, it means you know that human beings they are more powerful uh, species on the earth. They can use their mind, human mind, or they can use their animal minds, because everything is in your unconscious mind. It's a hidden part, conscious and pre-conscious. So try to write it down to facilitate. Give your time, tea time. What is tea time? Me time. When you are having tea, cup of tea during any time, but you have to think. And in segment intending, what is that segment intending? When you stop some work and you are going to, as for instance, as for example, early in the morning, you wake up. So that was the first segment. During night time, you slept well, and then early in the morning, and you wake up, going for work, going for studies, going for whatsoever your routine is. You finished first segment of your sleep, and you're going to take shower, you're going to brush your teeth, you are going to change, going for work. In between that segments, your sleep segment, you wake up and you are ready for finish your sleep your period. You wake up and going for before finishing the sleep segments and going for taking shower. These are two segments. In between, there is a period. That period you need to be more positive. Segment intending. You need to take deep breath, relax, thank to yourself, because God is in state of inner state of mind in form of your soul, or whatsoever your belief is. Thankful to your soul, thankful to your God, thankful to your Allah, thankful whatsoever your religious belief is. Say, oh, thank you, thank you. You can thank yourself because you slept well, and then or not. Then segment one finished, and segment two, there is a in between two segments. You have to only 5 minutes. Just relax, close your eyes, sit back, or say, "Oh, thanks God, or thanks yourself. I have completed one segment of my sleep during night. Now, early in the morning, I'm going to start another segment. Segment two, going to take shower. Then in between, this is mindfulness. Then you can change your chemistry of your brain. Positive chemicals. There will be a series of positive chemicals, chemical reactions. What are those chemicals? A dose, DOSE. I use the dose of happiness. I can name these dose. D for dopamine, O for oxytocin, positive hormones, S serotonin, again positive chemicals, E for endorphin, positive happy chemical, serotonin, endorphin. These are the 4 5 chemicals which are secreted when you do some mindfulness, when you're relaxed, do some segment intending. I have, and then this is the first segment. What would be the second segment intending is when you completed everything and you are ready, you change your clothes, you had your breakfast, and then you are leaving your apartment, your home, your nearer and friends, family. That is another segment. Now, what is the first segment? Now, your first segment is you got ready, you took shower, change your clothes, you had your breakfast, And now you are going for study, you are going for work, you're going for outing, whatsoever your routine is. So first segment you finished is you got ready, and second segment is you are going outside. This in between first and second segments, again segment intending is you need to be again 5 minutes practice of mindfulness. Close your eyes, sit down, relax, and there is a boost of positive immunity, boost of uh, you know chemical reaction of dose of happiness automatically. You don't need any nutrition, uh, chemical things or drugs or medicine. This is medicine pharmaceutical companies is here. And I'm not saying this. The research and the studies reveal this is you are using your positive mind in order to combat with anger, in order to combat with negative stressors. Segment intending is very important. It is between uh, the end of first segment and the start of second segment. In between this end of first segment, as I have mentioned, you finished with your, you got ready and you finish with your breakfast and you are leaving for your work or going for outside. This is second segment. This is first segment. First segment you finished, you completed, and going for second segment outside, outdoor activities, whatsoever your is. In between this first segment and second segment, you have to go for segment intending. What you need to do? Segment intending. Close your eyes. Say thankful. I have completed this task of first segment. Now I'm going for the second segment outside. 5 minutes. Calm down. Oh, thankful. I completed this. Oh, I'm going for whatsoever you can use your mind. You can say it to your God, to yourself, that help me, protect me from negative stressors, negative things, to overcome, to get on my anger, negative energy. Then in this way you can be a changed person. Otherwise, chain of everything is there. Talk to yourself in a friendly way. Then you can change the narrative of your life. Your life is very short. Nobody knows. But try to be your friend, dear friends. Write letter of appreciations to yourself. Email to yourself. Give small present and gift to yourself. Not costly. Every day. Take care of your personal hygiene. Take care of your oral hygiene. Brushing early in the morning, going to sleep. You need to be presentable. You need good and clean clothes. You have to wear good shoes for a walk. Easy. And the upper story of your body here is very important. Try to be stress free. Negative stresses are always here. There's lots of negative mind give you justification. Oh, you are something. You can do this. You can do that. Oh, how dare the people are doing bad to you. You are very angry. You are very powerful. You are weak. When you are angry, it means you are unable to control your emotions. You are not a strong person. As per my perspective, you are zero because you are weaker. You can't control your emotions here. It means you are driving and you are unable to control your vehicles, and uh, you could have accidents, serious form of kind of accidents could happen with you. Similarly, we are driving the vehicle of our life, and the driver is here, driving force is here. We need to be careful when we are dealing with the people, when we are walking and we are talking with kind mind. We have to find out the kind mind here, because there is a fine line between, as I have mentioned, between sanity, wisdom, human, and inhuman, insane animals. Unconscious mind is there when they are angry. They don't realize that what they are going to do. Similarly, when you are doing something and your mind is not in your control, your emotions are not controlled, then it's could be some serious consequences. So lots of discussions we did, and just try to subscribe this um, talk, share and comments if you like, good, or if it is beneficial or can improve more. But only the message for today and for every day is try to help yourself, try to be kind with yourself, try to use your active mind, because God is not outside of you. God is in your soul. God is here. Love yourself, love your God, and then love others. And the creator of God. He is a creator, and the creator of God is the human being, all of the other species. Take well care of yourself and have a lovely day. Take care. Bye bye.